Identify the vertex, focus, axis of symmetry, and directrix, then sketch the graph. First things first, we need to realize that this is a parabola because one of my x thingies is squared and one of my x thingies is not. Okay, but this is different because it's the y thingy that's squared and the x thingy that's not. So this is going to open sideways, and we have to figure out which ways that sideways is going to go. So I'm going to compare this to y minus k. This is the standard form for a sideways opening parabola. That's going to equal 4p times the quantity x minus h. So I need to make this look like that. Okay, so first thing I want to do is swap this. So I have y plus 5 squared equals negative 1/3 x minus 3 not squared, and now it's exactly the way I need it to look like. Okay, all is well. Let's compare the two. Okay, y plus 5 squared, y minus k squared. Negative k is positive 5, so k is negative 5. Okay, x minus 3, x minus h. Negative h is negative 3, so h is positive 3. And if negative 1/3 is the same as 4p, then what I do is I say 4p equals negative 1/3. Divide both sides by 4, and p is negative 1/12. Now I have all the information that I need. Okay, we find our vertex by doing hk. In this case, hk is 3, negative 5. That's our vertex. That's thing number one. We find our focus, in this case, by doing h plus p k. So h is 3 plus 1/12 is going to be 2 and 11/12. My k doesn't change. K is negative 5. My directrix is x equals h minus p. Now, x equals means it's a up and down line, which is what tells me it's sideways. So what do I have? H is 3 minus negative 1/12. So 3 plus 12, x is equal to 3 and 1/12. Okay, that's my directrix. And my axis of symmetry in this case is y equals a vertical line that goes through my axis of symmetry. My axis of symmetry is 3, negative 5. If it's y equals, then y is that negative 5. Okay, so there's my axis of symmetry. There is my directrix. There is my focus. And there is my vertex. So a quick look at this. All right, now I'm not even going to pretend like I can sketch this. I'm not going to sketch this. This opens sideways and to the left. How do I know that? Well, my directrix, and this is just going to be a rough draft, since my directrix lives to the right of my vertex, that has to open to the left, and my focus is always going to live inside. Okay, so let me actually pull up a picture that I stole from Desmos of what it should look like. There you have it. And we can see everything kind of falling into place. Okay, even though things are kind of close to each other, we can see that our vertex is 3, negative 5. So write 3, down 5. There's our vertex. And so where you can barely see it, our directrix is going to be just to the right of it as a dashed line just to the right of it, and then our focus is just to the left of it. And you can see that our axis of symmetry is y equals -5, which goes through it. So the picture is good. And if you're like, well, how do I graph it completely? Well, then you take points, knowing what your vertex is, you take possible y values, plug them in, and see what x value you get, and then that gives you more points to draw. But this gives me a sketch. This is what it ends up looking like, and yeah, not so bad. Not so good, but not so bad.